Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Haiku Friday. Today is May 19th, 2023. Yesterday was the anniversary of the eruption of Mount St. Helens. Where was I? You want it? Well, I'll tell you where I was. I was working at Denny's on North Division. It was a Sunday. We heard that that it had erupted, but the sky started getting really dark, and we didn't know why because we thought it was a thunderstorm. And then it got completely black out. Some of the signs, like the Denny's sign, wasn't on because it was on a timer and it was 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It was pitch black, a little red rim around the sky. And it was really cool. And the ash was falling in front of the street lights, which were lit, and it looked like snow. It looked like a snowstorm. It was pretty cool. But that's neither here nor there. We're talking about Haiku Friday because today is May 19th, 2023. Haiku Friday, episode 753. No, I don't know how many episodes this is. I should go back and count them, but that'd be a lot of work. And you probably don't know this, but I'm not very good at the administrative end of things. It's true. All right, so our first one is from Rico-san. Ink and points on skin, defining identity, or just poor judgment. Yeah, I sport a tattoo. I sport a tattoo, and I like it. I like the sensation of it. I just haven't done it in a long time, and it's worth it. I think it's worth the money to get tattooed. I really do. Now, people spend a lot of money to get tattooed, and I always say, you know, you could have a tattoo for your wall and buy one of my paintings. That's that's the marketing side of me, which has not panned out really well. But more about that later. So now we have a bunch from Max Q. Max Q was at the Los. Now I was going to say L.A. County Fair, but I really want to say this because I remember as a kid they would say Los Angeles, California. So the Los Angeles County Fair. Um, and so he had a lot of observations from the fair. As a haikuist, when you don't ever take a day off, you simply move the show, and Max moved it to the fun zone. The first one for Max Q, the teeming fun zone, the unquenchable desire for one more thrill ride. Oh, I think that's a political statement as well, Max Q. Thank you. And this one could be too. I think there's a lot of similarities. On the Ferris wheel, up we climb, then down we fall. Metaphorically. Gosh, I hope so, because, the county fair, beneath the warm spring, glutton's paradise. Oh, yeah, it is. Those sights and smells. All right, last one from Don or from Max Q. Um, and this is I feel like I have been to the county fair. After this one, I feel like I'm ready to go. I don't know, clean the cotton candy out of my belly button. We'll see. Last one for Max Q. Trapped in the fun zone. Any prize, take what you like, unless old like me. So I don't know if Max Q is talking about uh, that he's the prize and he's old, or if the prize they won't give him a prize because he's old. I guess it works either way. Thanks, Max Q. Lovely, lovely. Um, we have one from Laurel. Laurel has sent us in her third haiku. Uh, in I don't know, maybe in a month or two. So thank you, Laurel, and always you just hit them out of the park. Here we go. This one from Laurel, and it's addressing the weather we have scheduled for this. We have scheduled weather here in the Pacific Northwest, inland Northwest. We're going to have hot weather and smoke. Hammer drill hot sun. Steel hopes glimmering skywards, double, triple check. I love that. I love that. Thank you, Laurel. Thank you so much. Now we have some from Bill. Now, Bill is in Canada, and Bill says they have provincial elections coming up, and he said that some of the incumbent really admires the governor of Florida. Oh God. And I told him, I wrote Bill back. I said, we always look to Canada to be sort of our sane brothers and sisters. And told Bill I like listening to the CBC because I hear American voices, but they're saying totally sane things. And so I'm a little disheartened that they have that going on in their province. But Bill's out there knocking on doors, making a change, going to get it back. They're sensible people up there, so every I have every confidence that they can do it. All right, so first one from Bill. We all want freedom. One word with many results. Which one do you want? Yeah, I think these are apropos for the good old USA as well. Second one, far right wants freedom. The consequences of this, I don't think I want. Yeah, yeah. The freedom of death camps. Oh, that's a hyperbole. That's hyperbolic, but uh, we've seen this show before. I mean, I wasn't born yet, but 20 years before I was born, we were deep in the middle of doing this. So hopefully we can watch some old World War II movies, see who Nazis are, and number one, see that they aren't good people. I think those old movies would reaffirm that. And then maybe we watch a little bit of Hogan's Heroes and we can laugh at the Nazis too, because that's the one thing they really don't like. It's funny, sidelight, Hogan's Heroes, quite a few of the characters in Hogan's Heroes were Jewish, even though they played they played Nazis, and a lot of them had escaped. LeBeau he was from a German death camp. He had escaped that. He had the tattoo on his wrist from being in the German death camp. Then he played a French prisoner of war. And Colonel Klink's Werner Klimper, his dad, Otto Klimper, who was a conductor, had escaped, I believe, from Austria. Uh, and he had escaped from Austria and had settled in the United States. So they wouldn't, because they were a Jewish family, they were going to be killed. So they escaped. And I think John Banner, who played Sergeant Schultz, I think he was an American soldier and won a Purple Heart, but I'm not sure with that. Okay, so here's my poem. Thank you for taking a little trip down Nazi entertainment lane with me. Here's mine. I'm up with the birds. My ears are dead. Can't hear them. I sing my mute song. Yes, my hearing loss is so severe that I no longer can hear birds or crickets unless I have my hearing aids in. In fact, these new hearing aids that I got a year ago are so amazing because I thought there were no more crickets. I thought crickets had disappeared. I thought that they had gone extinct, global warming, something like that. And now when I put my hearing aids in, I can hear crickets. It's just an amazing thing. Hearing loss from the Air Force flying B-52s. I think that kind of started it, and the fire department sort of finished the job. Um, Sirens and chainsaws and all that stuff. So, anywho, that's my a little wellness check-in with you. What have I? Okay, that concludes the formal portion of this Haiku Friday. If you'd like to stay tuned into what's new with me, I'll tell you. If not, skedaddle because I'm going to get started. Um, what's been going on? So I just finished. I'm closing in. I'm almost done with a commissioned piece of artwork that I've been working on that I'm really excited about. I'm looking at it right now, and it's making me smile. But I just finished this piece. I've been doing the woolly mammoth, Lata woolly mammoth series, and I talked about the Lata woolly mammoth. And here is this bad boy. And I've alternatively called this Lata mammoth plateau vigil or a plateau gaze. I don't know. Is it a vigil? Is it a gaze? I don't know. But you know, I kind of recognize myself in my woolly mammoths, that's for sure. And then I also finished, and I hope this one is dry. It's oil, so it takes like a long time for it to dry. That one's acrylic. Uh, this is from my series that I'm doing for the Schmidt beer, the animal beer series. This is animal beer Northern Pike. So this is the second one. I did the elk picture, the picture of the elk, and now I did the Northern Pike. I don't know, maybe ducks or geese will be next, and then I'll have land, water, and animal covered. As you may guess, this is all heading towards probably some sort of show that's going to be going on. And speaking of shows, the Queer Art Walk is on the first Friday in June. I think it's June 2nd. And of course, it's Pride Week. So, usually downtown Spokane, it's full of art. The first Friday, free art shows. People usually put out some snacks and people have drinks and look at art. It's pretty fun. But this is going to be us LGBTQ folks taking over. And I also got a notice saying that I'd been accepted for some performance art, which I think I must have checked that box. I don't know, but I'll do it. I'll do my. I don't know which paintings I'm putting in this. Maybe I'll put in three of my ones from the spectral shindigs of the Queer West show. Maybe I'll put three of those in there, and then I have a plan. I'm writing a new poem, and then I'm going to sing at the end of the poem. That's the plan right now. But I have to got to start working on that. Um, what else has been going on? Oh, I got to get out and go do some running. Ugh. I don't know why this time of year running is just like the last thing I want to do, and I like running in the heat, so I really don't have an excuse. And the garden is all planted now, and I've been out there getting the drip watering system dialed in. It gets torn up, so now I've had that. I've been putting that all back together. We have uh, a friend staying with us who's recuperating from surgery right now, and that's been fun. I like having her around. It's been fun. We've been having a good time. My cousin from Minnesota, one of my cousins from Minnesota, came with her husband. Lovely people, lovely, lovely people, and we've been together a couple times. They've come to Spokane, and it's been really fun. It's always so fun to. It's weird, when you see somebody you haven't seen in such a long time. You go, "Oh my gosh, so much older," and I realized, well, I'm so much older, and I'm sure they're doing the same thing. But then once you're with this person for just a few minutes, you're back to being 14 years old or 12 years old, whatever it is. You're just back in that same place, and you see them just like you've always seen them, and I'm hoping she feels the same way. Sarah is officially retired, so I'm really excited about that. I've not been in any plays or rehearsals or anything for quite a while because this summer into fall we're going to be traveling and doing fun stuff. So you may get some Haiku Fridays on the road. There may be some weeks that I take off from Haiku Friday, which never happens, but we're in celebratory retirement mode. Uh, well, I'm also working on my art business too. I love to paint, and I can come down here and spend all day painting. And of course, I have a lot of paintings, and so I'm getting prints made of the paintings, and really nice, really with really out of nice paper. Those have been done; they're being shipped to me, and I'm going to have different price points for people who want to to buy my artwork. And it's hard for me to sell stuff. I like to give things away. But I also realize sometimes when you give stuff away, it doesn't have much value to people. So I have given a few paintings away. I've sold I've sold most of the paintings rather than giving them away, but I have a lot that I just don't actively pursue. People say, "Oh, would you sell me that?" And I go, "Sure," but I need to be a little bit more out there, and also to do it to meet people. Like that's part of the bad. One of the bad things about not doing a play right now or being involved in any theater stuff is that I don't have a lot of socialization needs being met, other than the radio show, which is pretty formalized. I mean, we're sitting behind microphones, so I'm looking forward to being socialized more, right? So that would help if I had a little booth at like an art show and I could talk to people and just not really actively push my painting so much as just talk with people, which I enjoy doing. Obviously, I'm talking to you and I can't even hear you. If we met in person, I would listen to you. All right. So that's it for me for Haiku Friday. I really appreciate you tuning in. I love you. I hope your weekend is great. It's going to be great here. And take care of yourselves. Have a great Friday. And send me your haikus. You can put them here. I think you're probably more than likely you're watching this on Facebook. If you're watching on YouTube, you can leave a comment. If you're watching it on my website, haikufriday.com, you can leave a comment on the website or send an email to me, and I'll read it. I'll post your haikus, or however you want to do it, and I'll read them. So thanks everybody. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll be here next week doing the same thing.